Alright, howdy and aloha everyone. James Monotalk. What the fuck is going on with my hair? Who cares? Alright, so there's, I have spoken to a few people in typing and chatting there on X, and let me see here. How did this one go? What was the question here? It's historically factual that Europeans traveled to other inhabited nations and quite literally took over their land, killed their people, and changed their culture. It's true, right? The strong survive, stuff like that. How was the expansion? How was this expansion? But immigrants and refugees coming into Europe countries now as an invasion. And I had a typo, and of course, the libs, they jumped on it. It's been about 400,000 per year of the past few decades on average. And now we're at 2.5 billion. It's not billion, it's million. It's 2.5 million per year. So that's not an invasion? Yeah, it is, definitely. 2.5 billion per year, that's a third of the planet. Yeah, I know. Millions, derp, my voice recognition didn't work when I was saying that in my phone. It doesn't fucking do what I say. And then I just hit it and it goes. But the thing I wanted to go over this was, this is unprecedented. What's happening now, and I think a lot of people, especially, MAGA and Republicans and conservatives and libertarians, independents, not Green Party, not Democrat, would agree that this is just beginning to hurt, just beginning to scratch the surface on what it could really do to this country at this amount of people that, for one, want to come in and supposedly have a better life here right now, which kind of doesn't make sense to me. And then there's a group of them, that's about 10 or 15, maybe even 20%, that we can't account for. And we don't know where they're at or what they're doing. But that could be very problematic. We're getting a lot of people, not just from South America and Mexico, but we're also getting people from countries that basically hate us, hate our guts. And they could be, terrorists, or who knows what their motivations are and why they're here. So I think that's a very important point of just letting people come in through an app, filling out information they can lie about. They don't have to have any paperwork. They can come in with just them. No information, no paperwork, nothing stating what their criminal history is, nothing stating what they've done or who they're associated with or what cult or group or country or clan or whatever. We know absolutely nothing about these people, and this app allows them to basically
privilege. What family were you born into? And if you think about it, on average, Indian Americans make more than white Americans. People do not have...
It basically gives them the ability to lie. And it's called, where did I put that? I got it in here somewhere. Are these my favorites or the videos? That's in here. It's probably here. Let's see if I got it in here. Show the app to you. If it'll come up. Yeah, there it is right there. So this app, alright, let me make it smaller so you can see the whole thing. Is it. Right? This is the U.S. Invasion app. And the sad thing about a lot of people's perspective and what they're seeing from this is, hey, these are just people trying to come in and start a new life for themselves. Well, I am totally okay with that. because there are a lot of people out there that would just like to be in a better country. And I guess this is right now still. I'm still surprised that's the case. But when you know that you're going to receive a free phone and you'll be able to live in a place like the blue states are giving away land and money and residency and food and shelter and health insurance, then yeah, I get it. When they don't really provide that to their own people that have been living here and working here and born here, maybe have generations after generations that have been paying taxes and working and laboring and building America, that aren't getting shit from this government. But this app is the app. And that's going to be my response back to her. And this is the problem she's not seeing and a few other people aren't seeing. Is it wasn't designed for the purpose. It was designed for the purpose of illegally invading the United States. That's it. That's what it was designed for. If look, I get people want to come and be a part of the American dream, if you still believe that's actually possible, and there are people doing very well. But if you just want to do the 8 to 4 or 9 to 5 job, and you want to work in certain states, some of the wages are not very good. Some of the working conditions aren't very good. There are certain states that don't require lunches or breaks, and there are some states that let you work whenever you want. It seems like. But the point I'm making is the amount, and the ones that we can't track, or that we failed to track. And just because you have an app with some information on a phone doesn't mean you're going to keep that phone or keep that information. I mean, it probably requires a picture, that you have to point at yourself and take a picture, but look, that's easy to get around, for sure. And then a lot of these people are now able to vote in certain states, which is definitely going to alter some outcomes of some elections, even though they have no idea why they're voting or who they're voting for. They could be being told to vote for most likely a Democrat, and that could be part of the deal, or part of what they're being told to do, or who knows what they're being coached for, or done, or instigated to do, or coerced to do, or motivated to do. But it just doesn't seem right. We have a serious border problem. And then we've already seen and heard of many people being injured or even killed by illegal immigrants. Not that it's never happened in the past, but more so than usual. We've got carjackings. We've got a lot of theft, petty, and most of the states that are blue are letting them go. Now, I'm not making any of this shit up. Let's just look at the number one culprit. It's the app. Right? Where's the app so I can walk through TSA to go from one state to another? Where's the app where I don't have to show my ID when I get my registration? Where's that app? Or pay my taxes. Right? Where's that app at? And you think these people are going to start paying taxes? Come on. They're going to use this app. They're going to take advantage of this app, and most of them will disappear and not even be traceable. A lot of these people have came in several times just to get the benefits or the payments or the money. They've been in and out and in and out. This has been traced and seen many times. The whole process that's happening right now is an invasion. It's an actual authorized by Bidenomics and the administration to let these people in to do their bidding. And if you think that's not the case, then, just keep voting for Biden and see how things go. But we are, in my opinion, at the precipice. We are at the precipice of this country not existing anymore. And the reason why I'm going to say that is because I was talking to, where's this guy at? Notifications. I think it was Ron Pyle. Yeah, Ron Pyle. Him and I were talking about a few things. He had a really, where we are, 2/29/2024. And he laid out a bunch of crap and where we're at, and yeah, it's really bad. And things are really tough for a lot of people. But it's been pretty bad ever since World War II, and it's just gotten worse, it seems like. The point I brought up to him, because he pointed at a few things. Objectively, there has never been more inept and callous group of scofflaws in charge of this nation. That's true. And now we know for certain that the man who occupies the office and the key officials who are ostensibly in charge are simply a front. As I write this in late February 2024, events in recent weeks reveal the lengths these malign actors will go to achieve their ends, and the future is very much in doubt. Yeah, I get it. And I wrote him back and I said, I think, let me see if I can get that conversation. If it's in here. Yeah. Okay. He followed me. It was in this one, I think, right here, yeah. I said, you haven't figured out their end game? I'm more interested in the end game. The one that actually matters. And I said, well, this is the end game. The global pedo-predator class, aka World Economic Forum, ETAL, meaning others and alike, associates, etc., no longer need our labor, our vote, our approval, or our existence. And the end game from all my conclusions and all my researches is they're on steroids to do this one simple sweep. Genocide of 2/3 of the global population and hoard the rest for themselves. That's it. We need to expose this reality ASAP. I didn't get anything after that. But that's hard for people to accept. But let me show you how that goes into play, so you'll understand. If it'll come up, let me see if it's DIY. Got that. There we go. So, what we're looking at is we need to look at what happened back in about a year ago when DeSantis first went in to run for president, in the primary, Republican primary. He was concerned, as many are and still are. The World Economic Forum, aka Big Brothers, digital dollar. Biden bureaucrats are working to further weaponize the financial sector through a central bank digital currency, which is CBDC, just another way of increasing surveillance and control of America. All right, and then he had a bill right here. So CBDC threatens personal privacy, economic freedom through government sanctions and surveillance, community financial institution, financial tech innovation, access to goods and services by limiting purchases, or basically removing the dollar. So that goes into play with what I explained to him. With what I explained to him is if they can pull money out of their butts, as they've been doing for the past, a few years, a decade at least now, with our debt being $34 trillion and growing rapidly, they make it. They just write blank checks whenever they want. They all get together, and they know they're all going to get a little piece of that some way, shape, or form. But that's how this comes into play. If they have the ability to control currency across the world, and we're talking about the global pedo-predator class, they don't need your labor. They don't need your vote or our approval or our existence. They don't need us anymore at all. Now, the other factor, now I keep that in mind, the other factor is the restriction that may ban. Do you all have any idea? Patriot Act idea brought to your doorsteps and into your homes? Well, I'll start with this. Obama supported Patriot Act and strengthened the Patriot Act by adding a bit more to it with the National Defense Authorization Act, aka the NDAA. Go look it up. I'm sure you'll all find it all a bit disturbing. Have any of you read it since we did the Restrict Act? Yeah, that's part of it too. This ban on TikTok didn't help recently. Yeah, no system of mass surveillance has existed in any society that we know of to this point that has not been abused. Edward Snowden. Okay? TikTok really has nothing to do with China spying, nor do the Chinese or CCP, because they're already on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, hundreds of other platforms watching our every move. Fact, this is all about total control of the 99% and money from donors, aka rivals like Facebook and Meta. And that's what it is. And if you go into this more detail, you understand what's going on. Now the other thing, which I think I put this here, this is good, which you can see is it's not just about total. It's not about money anymore. Like I said, they don't need it anymore. They don't need our money anymore. Okay, they don't. They just don't need it anymore. They have everything they need set in place. The goals, the implementation, the Great Reset, Fourth Industrial Revolution, Agenda 2030, and or the new liberal world order, etc., has been revealed, and they're getting started. These are all most of the people that are involved, organizations, the World Economic Forum, Young Globalists, World Health Organization, Council on Foreign Relations, most of the .001, BlackRock, Vanguard, Chatham House, Fidelity, JP Morgan, Rockefeller Foundation, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Obama Foundation, Clinton Foundation, Trilateral Commission, ETL, and most of the NGOs are supporting, and pushing this horrific agenda upon the 99%. Mass social control, world digital central banking, and mass depopulation. This is what they're going. This is their process, and you have to kind of look at how they're doing it. Now, if you go here, I'm going to lay this out, I think, a little better. This guy here was one of the greatest salespeople on the planet. Okay? And this is something that Trump won't admit. He won't admit that he was sold by this guy. He needs to. Because he's still touting that he got the fucking Kool-Aid before everybody, and this whoever's running his campaign and protecting him needs to be fired. Seriously, they're just fucking idiots in my opinion. But if you go down here, okay, so I say that we convict Fauci now. Is the reason why is because if he goes down, then you can go after everybody else. If you can get him convicted, this is why they're not going after him. You know that they're not talking about him anymore, right? Well, they need to keep talking about it. Okay? So I say make vaccine manufacturers liable again. And the best way to do it is to take him down. Once he's down or convicted of anything related to the Kool-Aid that they mandated everybody to take, or whoever to take, or coerced or feared a bunch of people into, then you can go after the manufacturers, big pharma, right? But he's going to blame it on Dr. Kizmika Cobert, a black lady. This is what he said. It's a scapegoat. Fauci said that is a fact. The fact that the leader who created the most lethal genocidal weapon in the century was an African American known as Demoncrats. Cobert is one to take that full responsibility to take claim of vaccine. Was she the leader? True criminals will always have a scapegoat. Always have a scapegoat. Now, if you go through here, you can see a bunch of other sites that there's so many more. I can't even keep up. They're growing, exponentially. Can you deny or refuse any? Yeah, you can. Yeah, well, but if you go to the blog, right? Hopefully that'll load up. Sometimes it doesn't. All right. It says Fluid-19 deadly scam. All right. Please note I express my opinion for position on the circus Fluid-19 scam from the facts. And if you go through here, you can see tons of information. And what this information tells you, going back, from 2020, I put stuff in here. All right. Some of this stuff you can't even see, but they blocked it. All right. And this is when they told us vaccine never tested on preventing transmission. The CD panel voted 15-0 to add COVID vaccinations to the vaccines for children program. Tomorrow they vote to move to the town. It's crazy. They all voted for this, even though it's creating this. Right? These numbers are only 1% reporting in bears. Bears used to have like 80 to 90% reporting. Why did they stop reporting? Because they were told to. They were told to stop reporting. I mean, look at all the documents that show how bad this stuff is. There's lots of improvements. 2021 Division of Finance, Healthcare Providers and Institutions. Yeah, they were making payments to healthcare providers and institutions back in the day. George Soros, we know that. Oh, there's me, my fat self. Let me go back here. We took the money. We're Walking Dead. Everybody's dead. Okay. What is this? Yeah, they're blaming everything they can but that. They were blaming everything they could but it. Natural immunity offers stronger protection against Delta. Yep, that's true. That's January 2022. They were talking about myocarditis a while ago too. But this is one way to exterminate people, to get to that third of the planet's population. The goal, to get it to the third and get rid of it 2/3. If you've had 1, 2, 3 of these Kool-Aid injections, I would like for you to go do a sperm count. Go see what it is. Go see what that is. All right. I want you to go see how that's working out for you. The complications are crazy. I mean, we're seeing it firsthand. Let me go back in here and see if I have more information. Oh, and then there's this. Yeah, they fact checked and yeah, it is. Yeah, look at that. Are you reading that? Did you guys get that? How could that be? Isn't that crazy? Now, why would they want to do that? Why would they want to make something so lethal to everyone all the time? Right? Right. Why would they want to do that? And why would they cut off our food supply? Right? Why would they want to mess with our food supply? Why would they want to change the planet? Why would they want to block out the sun? Why would Bill Gates want to cut down 70 million or 70,000 trees or something like that, which he really recently was quoted and filmed saying? Now, why would they want to destroy this thing here? I'm going to show you. Let's do that here. Yeah, the sun just doesn't provide sunlight gives you lots of benefits. It does a lot of things for you that people don't even they some benefits right there. Here we go. Let's put this up. Helps your skin reduce vitamin D and longevity, bone, immune, and brain health. Anchors your body's internal clock, which regulates health, appetite, and metabolism. Improves sleep quality by promoting optimal melatonin. Sleep hormone reduces stress and boosts mood and cognitive function with no negative side effects. Promotes health, eye function, and aging. May improve libido and balance sex hormones. Yeah, it does a lot more than that. But why would you want to freaking block out the sun? I don't understand. Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to make a balloon, right? Like right here it says, this is from the World Economic Forum. This is from their own website. Right? This is from their own website. World Economic Forum promotes plan to block sunlight with space bubbles. And this is real. This would be placed at a Lagrange point in between gravity and all that. This is the point. And they wanted to do that. They were talking about that. They still want to do it. You know? They want you to own nothing and be happy. But that's not all they want. Right? This is right. The Swedish Science Advocate Union to combat climate change. This magazine or editorial or whatever from is connected to the World Economic Forum. They're part of their society. Look at that. You see what's on that fork? Can you see what's on that fork? They want you to eat the bugs. Look, your body isn't trained to eat bugs. It can if it needs to survive, but it can't really live very well off of bugs. I just want to tell you right now. Snorkers on here is talking about that a while ago. But when we go back and we look at this, guys, and I'm just gonna pan down a little bit so you can read it and then read some more. I'm not gonna read the whole damn thing, but I want you to let me see if it's on in here correctly. Yeah, you can see. Yeah, you can read it. Make it a little bigger. There we go. Okay. We're on pile. Let's go from the beginning. Read that. There's some more. There's some more ultimately, and unfortunately, would witness horrible aberrations that shook our faith. A president and his brother were assassinated. The most significant civil rights leader of our time was brutally killed on a balcony in front of his most faithful supporters. Notably, the public was never fully satisfied with the answers we were given about who, how, or why these figures died. But we moved on, and our leaders assured us we were a shining city on the hill and the righteous keeper of order in an increasingly dangerous world. Yeah. We were told we were the only country that could save the world from itself and thereby should be trusted to do so. But questions remained about whether we could even trust our own government, which would regularly be found out to be acting on its own to supposedly keep us safe and secure. Alright, he gets into it here. This is good. When we were attacked on 9/11, we did it ourselves, by the way, a majority of Americans felt kinship and concern for their neighbors and fellow citizens. In a fleeting moment of solidarity, we have been hard-pressed to repeat since. Our leaders told us that to be safe, we would need to give up some of our privacy, but assured us it was in our own best interest to line up and be searched in queries at the airport and never again have a private phone conversation. Yeah, TSA and Snowden letting us know that all of our information is being viewed. Big Brother is everywhere. Soon after we saw these impositions on our freedom, we were told that our biases and ignorance were to blame for these circumstances, and we would need to undergo a fundamental transformation to become responsible citizens of the world. As we watched in amazement, these unifying principles, we were told, would save us, created the largest domestic division in our history since the bloody Civil War. It apparently dawned on an emerging majority of people that the planned succession of leadership will continue to erode most of what our founders committed to the greatest governing document in history, and decided to elect someone clearly outside of the established order. Talking about Donald Trump and the Constitution there. It was a historic decision and clearly rubbed the deep state that has become the obvious power behind the throne the wrong way. Even before the election of 2016, these dark actors attempted to scuttle it. But when the deeply unpopular candidate couldn't find her way to Wisconsin, the die was cast and a coup was set in motion. Every available asset of the government media alliance was deployed to ensure this aberration would not be successful and never repeated. Every flaw, and there were more than a few, of the outsider was magnified and endlessly picked apart by the complicit state media and all possible legal and extra legal means were utilized to ensure that we would not have a second term. They pulled out all the stops to ensure their candidate would answer no difficult questions or face no credible challenges. Yeah. The regime ran roughshod over everyone who dared to complain or show up at the Capitol to demonstrate. Lives were lost, and regardless of whether they were there to demonstrate or to keep the peace, their blood is on the hands of those who worked behind the scenes to set the event in motion. A new president was installed, and everyone was told in no uncertain terms he was legitimate. And if you disagreed, you would be subjected to prosecution or worse. Yeah. Unfortunately, for the perpetrators, it soon became obvious that the emperor had no clothes. Absolutely. It's kind of a bad visual. His deteriorating cognitive very quickly manifested itself in his unilateral and disastrous decision to exit Afghanistan. Remarkably, it exposed his entire administration as well. And there's a lot more that exposed his administration, but that was part of it. Objectively, there has never been a more inept and callous group of scoffless in charge of this nation. And now we know for certain that the man who occupies the office and the key officials who are ostensibly in charge are simply a front. As I write this in late February 2024, events in recent weeks reveal the lengths these malign actors will go to achieve their ends, and the future is very much in doubt. Like many others, I grieve for this once great nation and want to see it whole again. I don't know if that is possible, but I do know this: there are more good people than bad, and the good people of America hold the future in their hands. But we will likely have to endure some serious hardships to turn it around. This message may be dismissed as a screed of some unhinged partisan, and I am almost certain if Twitter had not been X, it would ultimately have been possible to post this. Yeah, if it wasn't X, you wouldn't be posting this. They would have taken it down. The catalyst for me to do so was suspension from this platform at one point for posting a prayer of protection for someone suffering side effects of the gene therapy injection. He got taken down for that. In that moment, I became determined to share the truth. If you read this all the way to the end, God bless you. If you agree with my sentiments, please share them. If you don't, ignore me and this message and prepare yourself to be fundamentally transformed. In God we trust. Right. Yeah. So it gets kind of weird, but where I get into, right, and I like the way this guy's an amazing writer, obviously. He's well educated. But what I get into is the fact right, as you can see here, and I just kind of lay it out. If you've been paying attention to most of the compounding abnormal social, geopolitical, and geographical world events in the past few years, you'll realize that the global pedo-predator class of the World Economic Forum and their corrupt minions abroad are the proponents and orchestrators of many of these ever-building chaotic world events. They just create them, and they come to the rescue to fix them, but at the same time, they're doing more damage. I probably should put that in there, because that's their goal. These unelected sociopaths are intent upon destroying economies, deforming industries, auto, real estate. And that's what Trump was talking about. It's a bloodbath right now with fucking the auto industry. It's terrible. It's bad. Real estate's bad. Utilities, food, production, livestock, etc., and financially pulverizing the livelihoods of the 99.9% of the global population. For those that are just waking up, this may be extremely shocking to you. Their push for CBD central bank digital currency means one thing and one thing only. They will no longer need your labor, your money, or a useless eater, as Yuval Harari has stated, who is the right-hand man of Klaus Schwab of the World Economic Forum. Useless eater as such as yourself. Quoted by Yuval Harari, right-hand man of Klaus Schwab. Okay. The global organization says the World Economic Forum, created in January 1971, the United Nations defeated on April 1945, and all the UN was formed in October of that same year. Isn't that odd? Isn't that odd that it just kind of came together? The WHO, the World Organization, established in 1948, with this greatest function. Oh, I need to put in the Flexner Report. The Flexner Report that helps start the World Health Organization. Anyway, with this great funding coming from Bill Gates, Gavi-Vaccine Alliance, which speaks for itself. The Trilateral Commission, founded in 1973, NATO created in 1949, a few years after Hitler was defeated. Isn't that? And a lot of those people jumped over with that major leaders of NATO were high leaders of Hitler's Reich. You guys need to know that. That's traceable. Okay. Including many members of Hitler's Third Reich within it. Billman gave foundation with the ancestry of eugenics. Eugenics are the white supremacist people that think they're only the people that should be on the planet. This is a scientifically erroneous and immoral theory of racial improvement and planned breeding. Eugenics is what helped create Planned Parenthood, which gained popularity during the early 20th century. Eugenicists worldwide believed that they could perfect human beings and eliminate so-called social ills through genetics and heredity. Look it up, it's on Google. And a few other NGOs and global groups have their end game, which is to genocide 2/3 of the global population and hoard the rest for themselves. That's it. That's it. You have to see, when you go through this, and I'm trying to make it as quick as possible and not strain it out too long, but as we go through this first section, why? This is why. They're all in this together, right? You know? Yeah, we need to now take care of these. These people need to go, right? These people need to go. This is just a bunch of crazy fucking people. And I put in here in the end, as a leader of the World Economic Class Office feud, they've penetrated dozens of global governments across the globe. That's his own words. With their Amway seminars, such as Davos, Bilderberg, COP27, G7, and now the G20, to better secure their strings of our meek, malleable, and obedient government officials, department heads, lawmakers, and compromised celebrities that don't even realize they are all just as expendable to them as we are. That's important for them to know, but they don't know that. They think they're going to go on their arcs and they're going to be taken care of. No, that's not going to happen. Or they just don't care and they're just being greedy weirdos. We also must hold our supposed public servants accountable for their complicit involvement with the WF and their willful malice upon their own citizens and constituents, and the country, of course. Here's the thing I put. President Donald Trump has just announced the CBDC committed to freeing Julian Assange and stated this is in regards to war. I want everyone to stop dying. Yeah, he knows as well as I that the United States of America is the last stronghold. He also knows that this fight isn't about him. It's about all of us. Those that actually honor our Declaration of Independence will stay true to our Constitution and protect our country from foreign and domestic threats. We're all in this together. Yeah, I just added that part, the President Trump part, because we're at this point where this is it. I mean, if you guys don't get out there and protest by the bazillions, we're waiting for one guy to get in there and hopefully he'll fucking not just drain the swamp, but remove the swamp and implant the fucking forever pool. Right? I'm hoping. That's what I keep saying. Hopefully it'll come to fruition. The more I say it, it'll probably come to fruition. But anyway, it's 3/18/2024, March 18th, 2024. This is my documentary, basically pretty much everything that's going on. Did I scroll through that? And you saw, yeah, through the world. And I'm trying to get as many people to realize what's going on. And that's pretty much it on that. I might come back later and talk about this lady here, if I can find it. I just had it. Why isn't it showing up? YouTube. Hang on. Hello. There it is. Yeah. there's a big thing about Tulsi being the VP for Trump, and I really I'm concerned about her because she was a young globalist. So was Vivek. Vivek denounced the World Economic Forum and sued them to have his picture and everything removed, which I thought was a good move if you're trying to fool people. But he has said some pretty shitty things about that cult, that group, that stupid fucking Amway convention. I haven't heard or seen too much from Tulsi. She said she doesn't align with it, this and that. She needs to denounce them. I want to hear people say, I fully and completely denounce the World Economic Forum and everything they stand for. You know, and I want to hear Tulsi and her view on climate change. Has she ever talked about that? There's a lot of things that I'm worried about her for being VP. I don't think she's fully out of. She claims that she's out of the pockets of the lobbyists. But if she stays in the mix, because she's not stupid, her payday will come. They all kind of think that way. But I hope she's doing it in a more honorable way and a more moral and decent way. You know, that she really cares about her constituents, really cares about the 99.9%, you know, all the people out there that really are lost. I would definitely say the Democratic base is just fucking gone. They're gone. They're like in the pedophilia, and it's just nuts. It's crazy. I've never seen such lunacy in my life, and they just went in that, goodbye, they left there. But they still, you know, even though they haven't received really anything from Biden. Nothing. It's amazing to me that there are people out there that still think that guy has anything. But there are some videos out there that will say it differently. There are some videos out there that will say differently. For example, there's, let me see. I think this one here, if I can go down far enough. Yeah, I'm just not feeling that he's doing well. I'm just not sensing that Donald Trump, that whoever that Biden guy is doing well with his rallies. I'm just not seeing it. I'm not seeing like this giant influx of people. You could go back and look. And I had this up here. Anyway, this guy Johnny Harris tries to go over the deep state, but he misses it. He talks about the OSS, which is good. And then he talks about how they turned in the CIA and how, you know, but it's still out there. There's still a deep secret state. Those are just the agents. The states are the actual people that run it are totally different. Where was that? Yeah, it was showing. Oh, I gotta find that. It was showing Erected Spring Break. We know that J6 was bullshit because they have no information showing that Trump requested and asked and told them all, let's get that they hid from the committee meeting that he wanted to get troops out there because they didn't want any issues between left or right or anything like that. So he was being careful, but they denied him. And a bunch of other shit they fucking screwed him over on. Is that the one right there? Biden rally versus Trump. They won't show it. You gotta fucking find those things. I don't see it there. Way down here, probably you might catch it. Yeah, but I can't believe I can't find that. It's pissing me off. Well, it shows, 40,000 people in a stadium for Trump, and there's like 108 people at a Biden rally. I mean, literally, that's what it shows. And you're just like, what the fuck? And I got the, I think it was shorts. Wait, hold on. Or is it? I don't know what the fuck this shit is. I think it was in my TikTok. Let's see. Going to favorites. No, it doesn't show. Yeah, it's just really bad. It's like, it shows like a few people at a Biden rally and like thousands and thousands and thousands of people at a Trump rally. It's just totally, I don't know. Either all those people are not with us anymore, or I'm not sure what the deal is.
And you were only going to pay me $30.
But,
you're getting
Windfinder, that's a good place to go. Anyway, I'm just saying, it's pretty fucking, it's pretty bad. Did I wonder if I posted on here? Yeah, I could have used this right here. And my point of why they're trying to exterminate us. Now we know why they named it as Frankfurting. 150 expect from birth, the facts, look at the spike. Look at that. Bear syndrome. Neoplasms. Look at that. Hypertension. 2,181 spike. Testicular. Just crazy. Way above average. Just the average was 0 and it's gone past that. So you still think that that thing was created to safe and effectively take care of you? Is that what you think it was for? Because this doesn't dictate that. It doesn't dictate that at all. Not at all. Yeah. There are people I know that are constantly sick right now. People that took this stuff. Constantly. They just can't. I mean, every other week they're getting fucking sick from something. It's just fucked up, man. Anyway. Thank you for watching. I'm going to get going. I'm done for the night. I got a long work week ahead of me. And that's pretty much it. Hope you're doing well. People out there. Hope things are good. If there's anything else I wanted to see. What is this? That was a good one. I think I did that a while ago. Oh, did I put this up? Oh, look. She puts up there's Taylor Swift and her she makes that sign all the time. That's all I'm saying. It's just, I'm just telling you, these people, sick bastards. Sick bastards. What else we got? Oh, and this, just want to give you a reminder to all the To all the Biden supporters, all the Democrats, just so you know what you're being fooled by. Just so you know before I go. Yeah, you're being played. They're not who you think they are. They never have been. I finally realized that, and I went to the Green Party, and then I find out the Green Party is just an offshoot of the Dems. And then I said, you know what? I'm just going to be an independent. That's pretty much what I am. I'm an independent. But I am registering as a Republican to vote for Trump. If this guy doesn't fix it, we're done. The Demoncrats are giving it away. With the Rhipiglicans, they're giving it away. Find out who voted to ban TikTok. Find out who those people are. I've already got the list of people that didn't that supported getting rid of what was that voted for more money for Ukraine recently, right? The senators on the bill, right? There was like 22 of them. I got it right here. Hang on. I've got it. Let me show it to you.
Getting
It's
30
right.
grand? I'm getting 1,000.
You guys are getting paid?
Here they are right here. Here they are right there. Stop moving. All right, there you go. There's a list of names. Bunch of traitors. Yeah, they just want to give more money. Here are the traitors who voted to give $95 billion to aid to the World Economic Forum, Ukraine, Israel, and zero to the American people. All of the Democrats except Peter Welch and Jeff Merkley. Interesting. Look at all these senators. Just a bunch of shitheads. Kennedy's in there. He's a piece of shit. Who else? Mitt Romney, of course. Is Josh Hawley in there? John Chuck. No, he's not in there. Good for you, Josh. You're starting to come around, bro. Shelley Moore Capito, of course, is in there. Kevin Kramer. Jonathan Taylor. Yeah. Hey, buddy Jordan. Hey, man, I'm just leaving. Thank you for showing up. It's always good to have you here, bro. Yeah. You know what movie I watched recently was the Day the Earth Stood Still with Keanu Reeves and John Cleese and Jennifer Connelly and John Hamm. Wonderful movie. And in that movie, the guy talks about only at the precipice will we make great changes. And the thing that I wanted to emphasize, and I think I should, is the people with all the power, the pedo-predator class, the global pedo-predator class, these are the wrong people that should have this power. They're just a bunch of sick, crazy, sociopathic, narcissistic, fucking, sickos. And they have control over CERN, Hadron Collider, missiles, just all kinds of stuff. You never see that movie? Dude, watch that movie. Oh my God, you're kidding me. That's where I got the saying from. You gotta watch that movie. It's well done. And, Jennifer Connelly does a great job in that movie. She should have got it. I think she was one of the runners-up or something for the Academy Awards or something like that. Keanu Reeves, he didn't really have to do much. He just had to walk around and go, just be himself. Didn't really take much acting for that Klaatu character, but watch that movie, bro. It is that's it. That's where we're at. we're at that point where, you know, but here's the difference. This Klaatu, I'm not going to give the plot away, but these people already have their goal. They're it. 2/3 of the planet or the rest of themselves. It's done. And the biggest issue I have with, the biggest thing I'm concerned about with them is they're childish little babies. And if they'll probably pull the, if we can't have it, nobody can. That's their thinking. So we need to apprehend them soon, these culprits, put them on trial for crimes against humanity over and over and over again, label them as a terrorist group. I'm talking about the World Economic Forum, the WHO, and fucking all bunch of fuckers out there, and put them on blast. Get them in courtrooms. Bring up all the evidence, right? And you know there's going to be, heck to pay for this. But and people are saying they're just untouchable. I think no, nobody's untouchable. Nobody. I don't wear masks. Pretty much everybody watching me knows where I'm at, who I am, what I do. I'm not hiding. I'm just being out there, letting you know what's going on. And these people are sick bastards. They need to go down, whether you like them or not. I don't care what you want to do with your life, but I'm telling you, you need to get rid of these people. They're just very, very, very. They've created a whole new evil. It's beyond evil. That's all I can say. Other than that, thanks for being here. Good seeing you, Jordan. You, thanks for stopping in. You're one of my greatest fans because you're here more than anybody else, and I appreciate it. I'm waiting. If you can, spread the stuff around. Get some more people to come on. I might get an interview with somebody. The guy I was talking about earlier. I want to talk to him. And go over some of the information I'm going with here. But hopefully he'll come on and pay attention to my show, because I should have read his whole thing. I should have read the whole thing. But you know what? I think I'll do that in my next show. Is just read the whole thing and then continue my show, and then go over it. Other than that, I'm done. Take care. Aloha. Bye.